We were recently at the Tokyo International Film Festival 2024 at the Asian premiere of Gladiator 2, where we got to speak to Connie Nielsen. First of all, congratulations on the movie.
Thank you.
You have a unique opportunity in that not many people get to revisit a role after this many years, but even if they do, I find in franchise fare, the characters don't change very much. But of course, Lucilla's changed. She's grown, she's become a little more jaded, maybe. That must have been a thrilling experience for you.
It was. It was an incredible setup, also because Ridley's really exploring the fact that those 18 years in history were really crazy. And it's like so exciting kind of to see how Lucilla, who is the daughter of Marcus Aurelius, and you know, Marcus Aurelius was the last emperor in a line of 4 emperors that together ruled over the 80 most golden years of the empire. And I could not help but like think if it was me who was Lucilla and I'm watching over the absolute desecration and complete descent into chaos and madness of an empire that her forebears had quite literally created this new standard for enlightenment in the world. And here she is literally looking at madness gone wild.
And she is, I think, the voice of reason and decency in the chaos and insanity that is this world in Gladiator 2.
That's right. It looks as if, you know, it's some kind of, a virus of a time, a virus during which we're a little sick in history, and then we will get better and we will return to our senses. And that is kind of what I think, you know, Lucilla keeps on thinking, you know, this is the truth. I know what the truth about human beings is. There is something better than this. This I know for a fact. Why we can't change this right now is something she keeps on working on. She keeps on saying, we can change it. We must change it. We must work for this return to the idea of the Republic.
I overheard you talking about Tom Holland's Rubicon, which I read many years ago. I think it was like 20 years ago or something at university. And it feels like that book is more relevant now than ever before.
It's an extraordinary book to me because it really points out these internal sort of conflicts in our society that are based on people not wanting to share the privilege and wealth that they have. They will not share it. They will not extend the privileges that they have as the ruling class or the elite to those they consider non-citizens. You know, it's such an interesting thing to see. And in that almost scrupulous and immoral fight against like the sharing of these resources and power, therein lies our own termination. And that was something that I put at the core of Lucilla.
Right, because it always leads to some kind of downfall, right?
Yes.
Despite not physically being in the movie, I feel like Russell's presence looms large. And I was wondering if you could speak to not just Maximus's impact, but his tremendous, iconic performance in the first one and how it kind of sat over this movie, if it did.
I don't think it sat over it. It almost felt as if it was this benevolent sort of ghost living in our house.
Literal
Do you know
ghost,
what I'm saying? And I think we just really honored Russell and his performance as Maximus by really also centering him. Even though his presence wasn't there, we were centering him in the film to a large degree. And I think not just, you know, making some kind of like obeisance to, like, it wasn't, we weren't being polite. Like, we really did it with love. And I really think that people can feel that.
What was it like? I mean, you were one of 2 people to return, right? Doug Jacoby and
That's
yourself.
Right.
That must have been cool. I mean, did you get any special treatment? I mean, you were coming back, the grand dame of the original.
Everyone else is a newbie. People were very nice to me.
Do you know, when you're in something like this, and I'm talking about the first Gladiator movie, do you know when you're making something great? Like, because movie sets are chaotic and everything is shot out of sequence, and do you know when it's going to be amazing?
I think that you can say in this case, it's a question of a vision. I had the same feeling that I had on Gladiator 1. I had that feeling on Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Where I think that people expected it to be, good, but I don't think that people were prepared for how extreme the people's reaction to that film really was.
Yeah.
And I do think that there is a moment when there is a kind of magic happening. There is a kind of magic. I can't explain it other than that, but you sense the magic and it kind of lifts you even when you're in the scene, and you work really hard, really hard, because you want to give everything to this magic.
Yeah. No, it's I always say it's miraculous that movies ever get made, like just the sheer chaos of everything. And when something is magical like that, it really comes true.
Yeah.
I've got like 30 seconds left, but very quickly. Lucilla and Lucius have a complicated, fraught relationship. I was wondering what conversations you had with Paul in kind of developing that off screen.
We had zero conversations about it because I immediately noticed when I arrived on set that he was really holding within him already that wounded child. I was so excited. I was like, this is going to be great.
Let's not ruin it.
Let's not talk about anything at all.
Right.
I was really just like, really excited to get to that scene because you really have two simultaneous truths. And they are truths for her. She did everything that she did in order to save her child, to make sure that his life would be spared. Yeah. She knew that if she came with him, that would actually put him in danger. So she had to make the ultimate sacrifice of sending away the person that she loves more than anything in the whole world. And so when she realizes that maybe the goddesses had granted her this mercy of sending her back her child, there is like this mad hope, this mad joy potentially that her grief can die.
Yeah.
And instead, what she meets is a child whose truth is this: you sent me away. Yeah. You abandoned me. And then you married a murderer?
Yeah.
That is an absolute truth, and it's an exciting two truths to meet here in that scene.
And the basis for a great movie. So
yes.
There you go. I'm all out of time. Thank you so much.
You're so
congratulations
welcome.
on the film.
Thank you very much.
This has been a pleasure. Connie Nielsen is in Gladiator 2. You can watch her in Malaysian cinemas this Thursday. Check it out. Let us know what you think. Sound off in the comments. And thank you so much for watching.